Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Living World of Darkness Street Magic, where find ourselves in Starbucks in Manhattan, where Naomi, the newly appointed mistress of the Cult of Ecstasy, is pale, shaking, the features sunken even by her own standards, walking very slowly. She's actually looking for the proprietor of the establishment and has been told that he's not working today. She will, with the few pennies, the few dollars in the bottom of her handbag, buy a large coffee, at least, and sit by the window, drinking it.
Uh, George will enter, not noticing Naomi. He seems to be a little. Just looks around. Looks especially to a place where normally you would find Luke sitting. But he's not there. He just goes up and looks at the menu. Yeah, give me in black coffee, just an extra black. Yeah, nothing in it. That's the what's the word black mean? Yeah, that's right. And he'll just get the coffee and just look around a bit. And as he's standing there, uh, he'll walk a little, and then he'll notice someone sitting there, and he'll be like, "Oh, oh, um, hey, nice day," or something. Uh, what are you doing?
Looking for Luke. It's not working today.
Definitely not. Well, have a great have a great day or whatever.
Yeah, if you just, for fuck's sake, sit down. Need to talk about how shit is going with the thing for Ginger, if you give a shit.
Um, you sure you want to talk about that here?
Sure, I'll move. Whatever. You'd be amazed what you can talk about in public. People often don't care, but okay.
Well, yeah. Um,
People think you're just two nerds talking about a video game.
he looks at you, looks at himself, looks at you again. Whatever you say, but just come on. And he will just he gets into his it's a fairly it's an Audi. It's a fairly high end car. It looks pristine condition. Just get in.
Naomi looks at the car. The last time she got in an affluent man's Audi, it ended extremely badly for her. Um, where are we going?
Somewhere private.
A place. Where?
Yeah, a place. Uh, George seems to know what he's doing behind the wheel. You don't go. You don't go very far. This is
Naomi has like she's got her bag on her lap and her hand in it the whole time.
you don't look too much. Well, you don't look better than last time. Actually, a little worse. You're sick or something, or is it affected the?
Do you care?
I want to know if it's contagious or not.
It's not.
Good, good. He he parks the car. Yeah, come on, come on.
Naomi slowly gets out. It's a struggle. She probably has to grunt as she do it. She does it.
You will be led into a fairly decent looking place. You'll get in, and they'll just open an elevator and just. Why am I even going? He seems conflicted or annoyed. Maybe you can't really tell, but if you get into the elevator with some trouble, of course,
Yeah.
you'll get up. From what you can tell, it's either the third or the fourth floor, and he will go over to a door. He will enter a code and open the door. Come on in.
Your place?
Yeah.
Right.
The apartment you enter is quite large for. I mean, it's a good sized apartment for New York, especially this part of New York. It's the higher class. The place is definitely filled with designer clothing. Everything seems to be fairly smooth, fairly clean. This looks not exactly, but it looks like something out of a magazine, more or less. There's considerable amount of money that's gone into decorating this place. That's quite sure.
Naomi's scowl remains.
Just don't trash the place. I know you hate everything about me, and well, that's fine. But hey, you want to talk? Fine, we'll get it over with. I just, privacy and all that. Can I get you some water or something?
Whatever, water.
Scotch?
Have you got any vodka?
Yeah.
Vodka. So yeah. You remember what Leanne said about us getting hold of Edwin, who's the master?
Yeah, I remember.
Edwin isn't around. I have no idea why, or what the fuck he's doing. Given that shit in his chantry has a tendency to move about, he's probably just in the library somewhere, but also in fucking Peru.
George comes over to the sofa table where you're sitting in one of the chairs. He just puts a glass out and puts a bottle of vodka. It has a Russian label. And he pours himself what seems to be water, perhaps with some vitamins or something in it. Maybe it's like an energy drink or something.
Okay. Naomi, actually, she'll, she's shaking, so she doesn't trust herself to just drink straight from the bottle right now, so she'll actually pour some of the vodka into the glass. It'll be quite a large measure, like a really large measure. Start drinking that. So, Violet and I can do something, but we can't do what the master can.
All right, but we have this, I don't know, personality within personalities or whatever, who could potentially blow the lid off us all, and we need to fix the problem.
So we can do something to fucking... The point is, we can try and direct Ginger to try and make sure it's not the right person. It's the... Maybe so it's not the wrong personality showing up. There's a best case and there's a worst case, but there's a middle ground between them as well.
Fair enough.
The worst case, she starts stabbing everyone she starts, like, attacking everyone in the fucking courtroom. We want something where she's not going to do that, but we can't guarantee a best case, so You're the one who's organising Plan B. We may need Plan B.
Great. Have any of you gotten in contact with a attorney?
I've not had a chance to speak to Maggie. She's... yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing I also made some inquiries into that. I know a couple of guys who are had use of lawyers before, so there's some guys who come with recommendations.
I imagine it's more your circle than it is hers. But given that her chantry is in the fucking Woolworth building, which I don't know if you know, but is like a major landmark skyscraper in New York. It's actually New York's original skyscraper.
Well, I didn't know that, but well, I hope she comes through before I do.
To quote Ken, the chantry mistress has more money than God.
Well,
I don't know, fucking...
since God is probably a fairy tale as well, it does not seem to be a tall order, but... Oh,
I don't know, the angels are pretty convinced he's real.
I'm going to pretend you never said that.
There are angels, they live in the Bronx.
Of course there are. All right. We need either a very good defense attorney to get her off, or we need to place her somewhere where people will attest that she's put there and she's doing all right.
Yeah. When we get her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still looking into it. I haven't gotten any concrete yet, but...
Not even the best lawyer in the world has an 100% success rate.
It's better than a crappy lawyer.
It is better than a crappy lawyer. You're right.
You know, for magical powered people, not a lot of the people I've been meeting have a lot of control over what they're doing. People seem to be kind of a bunch of fuck-ups, if you ask me.
Yeah, because everyone's a fuck-up and magic fucks you up.
No one even attempts to give it an effort to keep shit together. This is kind of disconcerting, to be honest.
You're wrong. We just care about different things.
Oh, so you care about yourself, you care about your friends, family. That's why you're going through what I can only...
You know shit about me or about my fucking family.
You look as though you are either starving, sick, or going through some kind of, I don't know, drug withdrawal or something.
I will roll my 3 dice if you want to roll P&E. Fail.
Now watch me botch this roll. Oh yeah, I got a success.
Yeah. Yeah. Clearly, you've hit a close to home there.
I mean, if you care about your friends, you wouldn't be shooting up like fucking senior space cadet, so you can actually function better. But I mean, obviously, you've got everything down pat. Obviously.
Yeah, what the fuck do you know about my friends and my life? And what do you know about not being...
Hopefully as little as possible.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. We agree on stuff. That's good.
You have your nice suit and your nice car and your nice apartment, your Russian vodka. a nice fucking life.
Yeah.
How many people have tried to kill you? How many times have you had a gun fired at your head?
Completely planned, premeditated? No, none.
How many times has a giant furry monster bitten you?
Well, there was this one. No, none.
How many times have you re-entered orbit out of a spaceship shattering because you activated a self-destruct sequence?
No, I haven't. I haven't tried that.
How many times have you met a vampire and been fed on?
I've met one, but I haven't been fed on, and I'm not planning to.
Yeah.
The thing is, most of you guys seem to give it up quite easily on keeping yourself together, and that is a fairly big worry because you endanger each other and you endanger me, and that's a problem.
Why should we give a shit about you?
I'm assuming we all want to not get caught by the Men in Black, right?
We don't. No. But I've built a fortress against them.
Well, I'm sure as hell not going to be the one making the most attention of myself, doing stupid shit. That's going to help me a lot. And besides, I think I can. Well, hey, if it turns out that I can't fend for myself and I need help, hey,
Then what?
then I might be. Well, I'll have to invest in some help, but that's the way it goes. Thing is, why you should care? Well, I'm fairly good at what I do. I'm fairly good at organizing, fairly good at planning, I'm fairly good at making people do what they're best at and doing it in an effective manner. That's pretty much what I do. So, why should you care? Well, it would be throwing away fairly good resources. And on top of that, resources you wouldn't have to be able to pay. You wouldn't be able to, but you don't have to anyway.
Yeah, I owe you for helping my friend. For doing the right thing, if you want payment for that.
Well, I do.
But people aren't resources. People are people. You've entered a world of very powerful people, of very powerful things, who can do amazing things.
And you don't think that some of those very powerful people see humans as resources? See us as resources in a certain way?
I'm certain some of them do.
And that's why you presume that I do the same and really, really don't like me. Well, that makes sense at least.
But I can tell you this, that the most powerful group of mages in the city don't. It pretty much defines them, the fact that they don't. I'm supposed to be on the Council of Masters for the city now, or whatever the fuck it's called. And I don't. And I don't think it's okay.
There's certain things that comes with being in leadership. You might not like it. You might not. You might hate it. But no matter what you do, at some point, you're going to have to think. Maybe even of your friends, and think. Well, you can either save some or none.
I've already made that choice. That's why I'm in the position that I am now.
So you know that sometimes we have to consider people as resources.
No, you can't make that decision if you consider people resources. They're all people. They're all souls. They're all lives. And you destroy them. You kill them.
They are souls, they are lives. But would you not agree that some of them are a lot more well adjusted, helpful, better than others?
Well, some of them are well adjusted.
Wouldn't you say that there are some people who everyone would be better off without?
Yes.
All right. So there are exceptions. All right.
Those people aren't resources. None of them are.
They're people, all of them. But, well, you can see that George isn't as much thinking as he's trying to. There are some things he probably wants to say, but he doesn't say.
Yeah.
Just looks at you and just. So if a person, any of these people, brings you in danger, rat you out to the whatever, the black bag guys or the enemy, wouldn't you do something to stop it?
Yes. I'll protect myself. I'll protect my friends.
All right.
Do you think I went on the spaceship deliberately? Do you think I had guns pointed at me deliberately? Do you think I was shot at
I don't
deliberately?
know. You seem to be a person who could get into that sort of situation without too much help. But
Yeah, and I'm fairly sure you will too. The most creatively obnoxious person I've ever met. That's fucking saying something.
you aren't doing too bad yourself. I mean, hey, we haven't even. I don't think we've ever attacked each other or anything. It's kind of an interesting thing.
That's because you're simply a cunt.
In a certain way, I guess I am. I don't take that as a compliment from that.
If you think it's a compliment, you're even more of a one.
Well, I welcome some people's hatred. I can't say that it's. Well, first of all, it doesn't really bother me. Secondly, when it's people like. Yeah. Some people's hatred bother me even less than that.
Yeah.
But
I'm here because you're helping my friend. I owe you.
yeah, you do. Is there like some book or some magic anything we do to say that you owe me or something?
No. This is simply me doing it because I'm a better person than you are.
Now, there is a big assumption. One cut to the other. That is something you should probably research a little before you make a statement like
Okay. Not if you want to polish your cock and imagine that you're not an awful person, fine.
that. That's not what I said. Although I would think that also applies. But I specifically said, because you're better than me. And that is not true.
If I walk out that door and do nothing, will you help, Ginger?
Yeah. When the two of us agreed on this, I'm going to help her, but I'm going to, well, would I do it? It depends. You're not the only one involved in this.
So you're still getting something out of it.
I asked for help a couple of times. Which
Did you ever think
which you should appreciate, since I'm asking for, well, not help essentially, but info. Right. You owe me.
So you want information?
Yeah.
Fine. My first piece of information is this. If you weren't such a cunt, people would have just helped you.
I like to pay people. I like to have things done properly. People just helping you out, it might work for some, but it gets me suspicious, to be perfectly honest. If I pay people, I'm quite sure what's getting exchanged. I want to know about how you can see stuff, how you can. I mean, I get this tingling sense whenever magic shit happens, but is there a way to defend yourself? Is there a way to make
Okay.
your mind? This is really getting. This is one thing that really is bothering me. What are the chances that all of us have been mentally manipulated?
Okay. There are people who will mentally manipulate, dude. There are people who will rape your mind. They'll do it, and some of them won't even feel very bad about it. There's ways to defend you, but here's the big thing. Magic's different for everybody. It's about you as an individual being empowered by the universe or some fucking shit.
So when Violet, right? I was overseeing her. I was able to get some glimpses of some of the things she was feeling, I suppose. It's still kind of hazy, but
Okay, so
is it like that?
kind of. It'll be, I imagine, I mean, you can try doing magic like I do. It'll be different for you than it's for me. This is... People have codified it, written out how it fucking works, but how do you think magic should work? How do you think you impose power upon things? What is
Because
it?
I know the way it would work better. I know that I'm right, and I know that it fixes the plans I have will shape the world for the better.
Of course.
Hey, one thing you can't say about me is that I'm lying. I guess a person, well, I would think that a person like you would appreciate something like that. And I have been fairly brutally honest.
Yeah. Imposing your will upon all of it. Right. Because you're better than the rest of us. Although the fact that I can do magic means that maybe I'm one of the better people too. But
For now, sure. Honestly, looking at you, how you've been doing the last couple of days, you need to, sure, you can do magic, but you're not looking very good. Honestly, you should see a doctor or something because you really, really look like you could use a break or a vacation or something.
yeah, I'll get on that.
Hey, if you need help, you can always ask. He has a very smug smile on his face when he said that.
I'm fine just paying it once.
Hey, I can help with that as well.
I'm giving you the information you want. So there's different types of magic as well, which a group called the Order of Hermes codified. 9 spheres.
Yeah, like the spheres, like mind, life, prime, all that shit, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Violet told me about it.
Okay. And
By the way, did you know that Violet and Noah was hooking up?
Violet's my apprentice. And my best friend.
Okay, so you know. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never thought her should be like into the Asian persuasion, but
What the fuck?
Hanging out with an Asian guy.
I wouldn't talk like that around people because that's fucked up. And
What? Why?
well, okay. There's a group that you need to talk to. The one you'll probably get along with. The ones that could probably teach you the most. They're called the Order of Hermes. They're the ones who codified the spheres. They like to think they're in charge.
Oh, let me guess. They're all cunts, right?
I've not met one who isn't. I've met one who kind of tries not to be. But you said you think people can't hold this shit together? You don't know the half of it.
Well, still crossing my fingers that I might meet someone who seems somewhat competent and somewhat cohesive, but I think that's a long shot by now.
Ken, Luke, maybe Tommy. But Tommy is fucking a werewolf.
I haven't met anyone called Tommy. I don't think so.
She's tiny. She's the leader of the Hollow Ones in the city. Hollow Ones are kind of age. Like, the cult of X, fuck it. I'll explain the council. Right. Council of Nine Traditions.
Ecstasy, motherfuckers.
Cult
Hollow
of,
guys. Order of Herpes. Yeah, I get it. There's 9 kinds of mages. I get it.
yeah. All of them, well, most of them ancient, powerful, and yeah. Do you think you can impose your will upon the world because of your superiority? Go and talk to the Order of Hermes. I can put you in touch with them. They can be kind of assholes. Yeah. But they'll teach you the most. They have a building in Manhattan. It's called the Diogenes Club. I'll give you a phone number. If you say that Naomi referred you.
Why am I getting the feeling that that's going to get me a visit from them and they're not going to be too pleased?
The Master and I have argued quite a lot.
I'm hoping there's a but there somewhere.
I mean, if you just call up and there's nothing else, then you can try and walk into this building, and do you want to try and do that? We're wizards.
All right, I'll call the number.
We're wizards. How long do you think you'd last?
I'll call the number.
Call the number.
Jesus Christ.
Say Naomi. If they don't recognize me because it's not the Master, say it's Cult of an Ecstatic referred you, said that you'd be a good apprentice. Probably. You may be a shit one.
I mean, all this language. Also, I mean, princess, the cult of ecstasy. I mean, what is this? It still sounds a little weird to me.
The Order of Hermes is basically the Harry Potter Club, so you're going to have a lot of fun there. They have, like, staffs and pentagrams and talk in ancient nonsense languages.
Fuck me. Alright, yeah. We're going to have a real good time. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
The 9 mages, we all do magic in a different way. The names come from it, and we're all masters of a different sphere. So, have you ever done anything magical ever?
A little.
How?
Violet, I got into her head.
Did she let you?
Not exactly, but I wasn't really in control of it.
When you say got in her head, if you want a P&E, feel free.
There you
go. Has George ever been mugged or come close to being mugged?
I think he has gotten mugged a couple of times.
Feeling when you see the person, like, when you look into the eyes of someone who kind of wants to stab you, and will do. It's kind of after saying you got into Violet's head, it's the overall impression Naomi will be giving off.
I don't know. She was showing. I was sitting there, and she was holding her hands over my head, and I was seeing through her eyes. I was seeing myself.
Oh no, that's not you doing magic. That's her doing magic.
Yeah, but it was around that when I suddenly saw something in her. I think I saw her screaming at two guys. I don't know, and I felt some emotions. I think she came from her, but I mean, there was that, and then there was the night that in here where things started getting fucking crazy. But that's about it.
Right. So if you're a better person, how do you show you're a better person? How do you impose your will upon the world? How do you see the world for what it is?
A lot of wasted potential. A lot of things not working as they're supposed to be working. A lot of things bringing people with a lot of potential down that could be fixed. A lot of people could be.
How do you see what's broken? How do you really tell what's broken?
When you see a bum on the street who's broken his family, his children, when he left home because he couldn't stop drinking, destroyed two young lives completely, and the rest of the life of his wife, and then lying there in the gutter drinking himself to death.
That makes you. That's just you making a load of assumptions.
You sure about that?
I think I probably know more about that end of things than you do.
Well, I beg to differ.
How long have you been homeless for?
He doesn't say anything. Just looks at me.
No, he's just raising an eyebrow.
I'm not going to play shrink patient with you.
Guess the point I'm trying to make is you can think you're a better person, whatever, fine. To fully change the world, you can't just do it by thinking I'm a better person and therefore the world changes. You have to put that into something. You have to channel it into something.
What do you mean challenge it? Challenge it into something.
Okay, so
Into a thought, into a concept, into a physical location.
no, you have to find a way to manifest that. So, okay. You want to hear what I think?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to regret this, but all right, what do you think?
Your delusion that you're a better person is you just trying to avoid the fact that you're terrified of your own meaninglessness. And you need something to grab like a comfort blanket to pretend that you're better. Try and impose your will upon some little thing around you to hide from what you are, from what everyone is, from what is happening to everything. You talk about that bum. His drink. He ruins. That's just the world descending. You're a rich dude. You saw the crash. You've seen Wall Street. And even the winners, no pockets and shrouds. What makes you feel powerful? What makes you stop being afraid and put that smug grin back on your face?
Knowing that I've made the right call, knowing that I've done what I wanted to and seen it work. Seeing that I have improved myself, seeing that I have improved.
Improvement. That's your little thing that you can cling to. Okay. So,
Isn't that what you want? He smiles at me.
what?
Don't you want me to become a better person? Don't you want me to not become a cunt anymore? Isn't that the point?
I think if you're going to be hanging around other mages and I'm going to have to see you, then I'd very much like you to become less of a cunt. But does that stop you being... The point is, does that make you feel like you're something other than waiting to become a corpse?
Well, with enough improvement, sure.
It doesn't have to be forever, it just has to be for a split second.
Do I want to become more? Yes, I do. I'm not looking forward to being dead. I'm looking forward to being old. If I could stave off that as long as possible, I would like that. I would love that.
How would you do that?
Eat healthy. Make sure that my body doesn't deteriorate as fast as possible. Maybe imposing. He stops. You can see that he's thinking of something. So that's it.
There's two kinds of mages in the world. Well, there's lots, but you can cut all of us into two categories, basically. Mystics and technomancers. You sound like a technomancer. If you all think it's reasonable and logical and scientific that anyone could do this shit if they were bright enough, I mean, you're kind of wrong. But probably. Well, ish. I'm not. I'm a mystic. I can... She looks out of the window at the New York skyline. And she'll point to the Empire State Building. If I wanted to make you look out of the top of that, I'd meditate whilst taking drugs, and your eyes would be over there. Meditating while shooting up doesn't have to make sense logically. If I want to make my hair blonde and my eyes green, I can do that whilst fucking someone.
Through sex? That's special. Do you, obviously just find some guy, I suppose.
I have a particular guy.
Right.
Okay.
Good for you.
Ken.
You too, huh? Oh, well.
Ken's not Asian.
Oh, I thought so. Never mind.
No, he's not.
I just, out of character, it's because he has a
Yeah, the anime.
anime thingy.
Yeah, he didn't used to. Used to have a normal person. But
in
the
that
anime
case,
gifts are just
in
much.
character, George would just say, "Oh, right. All right."
So that's how I can do stuff. You talk to a stereotypical member of the Order of Hermes. I don't know, they'll pour salt in a circle and talk about King Solomon and use a diamond that has been purified 17 times under the light of a fucking zodiac. I don't fucking know, whilst waving a staff. Because they believe that those are the tools to unlocking the universe and all its powers, and that's how they'll make fire appear from nothing and summon dragons from the spirit realm or what the fuck ever.
Sounds great.
It's kind of insane.
You don't say.
The Akashic Brotherhood. Do you ever watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yeah. Why?
I mean, that's the Akashic Brotherhood.
Ah. Shit. All right.
Yeah. We're the cult of ecstasy. Have you ever got so drunk you think you can see through time?
Oh, I've gotten so fucked up that I thought I could see through time.
We'll get so fucked up that we actually see through time.
Well. Wow. All right.
The dream speakers, shaman talking to the ancient fucking spirits of the land. The Vibana witches with fucking cauldrons turning
So
into
essentially,
ravens.
every fucked up thing you've seen in the movies is essentially around, right?
Basically, yes.
Obviously. Why wouldn't that be?
Yeah. The one thing, firstly, you might gather, because you didn't know shit about the fact we existed, and the fact vampires existed, and the fact werewolves existed, and the fact, until I spoke to you earlier, the fact fucking angels exist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and fairies.
Is that a very insensitive word, or?
No.
All right.
They all exist. Most of them are either terrifying or cunts or both.
Yeah, Maggie really seemed to be. She really looked bad when someone mentioned there was a vampire hanging around.
There's a story there, but that's hers to tell. But
All right.
the point is, you didn't know shit about this. So you also talked this game about how we're not holding our shit together. But you didn't know shit until we brought you in on it. Did you?
No.
You'd be surprised to learn we have a very strict rule about that.
As in?
Don't let humans find out you're a wizard.
Obviously.
Because when humans find out you're a fucking wizard, then they start trying to burn you and shit. That's it. The other thing is, when you're doing magic, and if you go to the Order of Hermes, if they take you in, then they take you in. If not, then I don't fucking know. If you do something that's really obvious, you'll get a fucking migraine and the universe punches you in the dick.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that. You might not like me, but don't pretend I'm a complete moron, alright?
Yeah, okay. You say that now, and everyone says that now. Whenever you fuck up, it happens as well. And sometimes, you know what? I didn't want to. But when the men in black are coming for you guns out, and you've got a choice, especially when there's no other witnesses between doing something vulgar or dying, it's a no-brainer.
Well, thanks for the inspirational speech.
Yeah. Let's say you're not going to make a decent Sergia. You wouldn't make the cut. You're not good enough.
Right, and we're back to fairly impressive assumptions about people.
I mean, do you want to be a member of the Sahajiya? Or do you think that I'm going to impose my will upon the universe through my own power lot sounds better?
I don't honestly know. I don't think I need to decide within 2-3 days.
You'll be happy to know that our rules include not doing fucked up shit to people without telling them. And not being a cunt to people. It's kind of a rule.
See, this is one of the things. I use direct, honest language. And a lot of people are so fucking sensitive that they will obviously just call me a cunt or whatever.
You can tell yourself whatever you want.
What actions have I done that you find so irreparably horrible? Okay, I've acted like a jackass towards some people. Sure. Insensitive, maybe. Again, depending on who you are, but all right. Let's say your assumptions are correct. That I spoke in a way that was overly critical or confrontational.
Or just rude.
Or rude. What other actions than a person being rude do you have as any justification to assume that I am the world's most evil person?
Did I say you were the world's most evil person?
You sure were insinuating.
It's saying I think you're a fucking cunt, but I've met far worse people than you.
Thanks.
No. Just because of how you think magic works, tradition goes that way. To fit into the cult of ecstasy properly, our magic is about sensation and experience and ascended consciousness. Touch the pulse of the universe.
How do you define pulse?
It's called the Lancashire, and you know when you find it. It's
I
the
would say
drum
that
beat
it's
to our own oblivion.
all right. Well, I'm. I hope you mind. I hope you don't take this as a giant shock, but I don't think I disagree with you. I don't think I would fit in with your crowd.
Yeah. I mean, you could suppose be an Akashic and live in the life, but I can't imagine you'd enjoy a life of ascetic discipline with your Audi and your. And that's what they're into.
Yeah. I don't do too well with that. No.
I imagine your casual talk about hanging out with an Asian fella would upset the dream speakers quite a lot. They can be quite touchy on that subject. I mean, I say quite touchy.
I just said that she likes Asian men. What's wrong with that?
Let's play a fun game. Go and tell the dream speakers that.
If they're as sensitive as you guys, well, I mean, I don't know. Violet also seemed a little worried about it. I really don't get it.
We're the most chilled out bunch.
Jesus Christ.
There's the Euthanatoi who consider themselves the assassins of fate. Go around dispensing the good death to the deserving. Turners of the wheel or some shit.
That sounds a little too, I don't know, goth for me.
It's based on ancient Hinduism.
I would have thought it just pretentious emo shit.
No, that's the hollow ones.
All right. Yeah, you got a sense of humor anyway. That's good.
Nah. The Euthanatoi take their shit fucking seriously. And are terrifying. And are our best weapons in the Ascension War. Or our best fights in the Ascension War. So. Side of Ether. I don't know, you might be a nerd. Virtual Adept, you might be a computer nerd. I can't imagine you sitting over a bubbling cauldron talking about the paths of Wick either. For the Vibana.
Your powers of observation does you credit.
Yeah. Not the first time I've given this speech.
Fair enough. Seriously, are you doing all right? I mean, vodka has been okay, but I don't feel. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't feel too good to be boozing you up when you're in that state. Can you get home all right?
I'll be fine.
All right.
So yeah. That's your price. Join the Order of, or go and talk to the Order of Hermes. They're pretty much the most uptight bunch.
All right.
So yeah.
I know you enjoy this so very much, but I will say thank you for honoring a debt. I do appreciate it. If nothing else.
I'll take it. Yeah. You want to have a polite conversation about things? I'll have a polite conversation. That's the other thing about our society, as you'll find out. as Naomi will drain the last of the vodka. The grey faces are not on our side, and there's worse shit out there, which we've had to fight and deal with a couple of times, and I don't think other people have much. I don't know, maybe they have. Just me and Violet. There's a bunch of really, really terrifying guys called the Nefandi who worship the end of the universe.
Yeah, the entropy guys. Yeah, I think Violet told me about those.
They're not about entropy. The Thanatori are about entropy. The Nefandi are about the end of everything. About nothingness.
Well, if you're taking like thermodynamics, that it seems that all energy is going to go to an entropic state where there's essentially heat death of the universe. That would be the same. So
It would, but entropy's a buzzword.
all right, I get
It's
it.
one of the fucking spheres. So, but yeah. They're terrifying infernalists, summon demons and shit. Human sacrifice. Met a few, dealt with a couple, got them out of the city. But against them and the Grey Faces, we're all in the same boat.
And the Grey Faces refer to
The technocrats.
right.
The other side of the Ascension War, who fuck with people because they can, from what I've seen.
I'm guessing those were the guys who made Ginger or whatever he was.
Yeah. We're against them. It's a fairly simple affair. We're all in the same boat. We don't have to like each other.
Well, here I thought we were getting along so well.
Of course. But I'm just saying, if people are in real shit of that kind, we're supposed to help each other.
And I am helping.
You are.
See? It's working out fine.
Exactly. I mean, the shit that other people are getting into seems frankly none of our concern. With gods or what the fuck ever. But, hey. If you want to meet Lost Mages, though, place to go is the Brown Bear Pub. It's a...
I know that. I've been there quite a few times already.
Yeah. If you need, say, if after talking to the Order of Hermes you need another chat or something, talk to Ken, he can get a hold of me.
All right.
He works the bar there, if all else.
Yeah, I've met him there as well.
Thanks for your help.
Don't mention
it. And Naomi will stand up and stagger out.
And George will let you out. And yes, you will. It's fairly easy to get down. And you will notice that a cab will be parked outside. And the driver will just say, You call for a taxi?
Mm. No, unless he did. But is it paid for?
Yes, yes, all paid for. All paid for, yes.
Okay. Staten Island, Tottington.
Okay, get it.
And with that, we will end our scene. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. No one got stabbed. Wasn't this really impressive?